Hello everyone, my name is Rankin Reynolds, and today I'm going to show you a little bit about materials in Revit. So first things first, we have a little house here that I mocked up, and it's kind of hard to see because it's all one color, and it blends in with the background. And to add to that, if we look at the elevation views, we see just white. It's hard to figure out what exactly we're looking at without knowing ahead of time what we're looking at. So how do we fix this? Well, one way to fix this is through the use of materials. And to start off, we're going to change the color of the walls. So we can click on all of these walls, and we're going to assign them a material. Materials are just ways to simplify adding colors and appearances to particular objects, and it saves the particular visuals. So we're going to click on all the walls, click on the edit type, click on edit next to structure in construction, and we're going to see the topmost finish or material. And under material, we're going to click. Now we have the material browser. In here, we can either create new materials or choose from pre-existing materials. In my case, for purposes of this demonstration, I have created blank materials. Demonstration brick. So this section under graphics is the heart of what we're after. In particular, there's three things we're interested in: shading as a whole, surface pattern, foreground, and cut pattern foreground. Now, what are these? Shading is the overall color that our particular object will be. In our case, since we're choosing brick, let's go with a reddish color and click OK. Surface pattern is the way an object looks from the outside. Think of an apple. You look at the outside of an apple. You see the red, and you see the brown stem. Maybe you see a green leaf. You see the outside. Foreground refers to objects that are within the box that you're looking at. We don't need to worry about background for this tutorial. So for surface pattern, we want a brick pattern because we want a brick house. So I'm going to find the masonry brick and click OK on that. And now we have selected the pattern. The pattern is going to be the type of patterning we see, obviously, and the color will tell us what exact color those lines that make up the pattern are. Finally, we reach cut pattern. Cut pattern is the pattern that shows if you cut into a material. Think of a cross-section. You're cutting into the material, and so you get to see what's inside. What's inside will be displayed as a cut pattern. For our case, we want to find some sort of brickwork, and we are going to click on brickwork. Click apply. And what we're going to do is change the brightness a little bit on these because they're a little light. We're going to click apply. Click OK and OK. Now, as you can see, all four walls have been given color. Not only are they red, like we outlined, but they're now also displaying the pattern that we selected. And if we go into our cross-section, or pardon me, our elevation views, you will see the pattern also show up. That is our section, or our surface pattern. Whereas if we look in here, you can see these lines. This is our cut pattern. Moving forward, the next step is to pattern our foundation. We're going to do the same thing again, edit type, edit structure, edit material, and for my case, I have set up demonstration materials that are empty such that you can watch me set them up. We're going to click on the demonstration slab. We want our colors to be, our pattern colors to be black, and our render appearance, let's make it a little bit lighter. And what we can do now is select our patterns for surface and for cut. For the surface pattern, I want concrete. And for the cut pattern, for example, I am going to also choose concrete. Click apply, click OK, 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 and it shows up. Now, as you can see, we have a bit of a problem here. The sides aren't showing up. Revit doesn't like to color certain edges sometimes, so we need to tell it to do just that. And to do that, we are going to paint on it. Click on the foundation, go to the Modify/Structural Foundations tab. Under Geometry, we're going to click on Paint. I do not need to save. And we're going to find this material that we just applied. So in our case, demonstration slab, we're going to click on that, and each side we're going to click on, and it applies the patterning. Click Done, and we have a concrete base. If we go back to our elevation view, we can see that the concrete pattern has been applied. Finally, we get to pattern the roof. Click on the roof, go to Paint, and go to Demonstration Brick or Roof. However, we want to modify this, and it doesn't let you modify through this mode. So we're going to pretend that we're editing it just like before. Click on the material or the roof, edit type, edit. Click on the final material, and we're going to select demonstration roof. We want it to be maybe a little darker, maybe about that color. And we're going to want to have, let's say, vertical lines. And we want those to be darker, maybe not quite as dark as our normal lines. And we don't care about a cut pattern right now for this. Hit apply, hit OK, hit OK, and hit OK. Now you'll see that nothing has happened on this page, and that's normal. Now we are going to, now that we've modified the material, now we get to paint it on. So if we go to our demonstration roof and we select each of these, it applies. And this will be our roof pattern. And as you can see, this tutorial is now complete. We have successfully painted a house, changed its colors, and applied textures to the sides of certain objects or onto the face of certain objects using paint. And if we go to our elevation view, we can see all of these patterns show up. Thank you very much for your time, and hopefully this video teaches you how to paint things in Revit.